CONCAFA.
CONCAFA.
CONCAFA. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CONCAFA Soccer Show. I am one of your hosts, Bubba Gumpy. I'm joined by two footy legends, Geoff Cameron Brek Shea. How we doing, lads?
We're doing well. Better than you, though.
Wow, buddy. What the fuck?
That was early.
I deserved that. That was hell.
Oh.
As soon as that game went to extra time, we were on our back foot. We were fucked.
Yeah, especially the second part of it.
How did the goal never go? I mean, Donnarumma masterclass. I got a lot of questions. He took off every penalty. Well, why was Nunez too? Did anybody in the world think that guy was going to hit that fucking penalty? That thing was telegraphed.
I thought he was due for one.
I would have saved that. That thing was telegraphed so bad. And then Curtis Jones 3, like Van Dijk and Gakpo were standing there, man. They didn't want, like, what happened?
I mean, at that time, like just being a player, the forwards, the attackers, they want to take the ball and they want to score.
Yeah.
Thinking Van Dijk would probably step up as the captain.
Well, because he took the first one. He always takes the first one for us, actually.
Yeah. Nunez, though.
I mean, I feel bad for the guy, dude.
I feel terrible.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, he does something every time he gets in the game. He creates something.
Oh, he's fucking chaos. But then he also does something that is just fucking horrendous. Like, something's gonna happen when he's on the pitch.
Yeah,
just don't know what,
good or bad.
Yeah, something is gonna happen. But
he's gonna create a highlight, whether it's a miss or a goal.
Dude,
it's up to him.
Hats off to PSG, man. They're way better than I fucking thought.
Yeah. Pacho, for me, the center half was absolutely phenomenal. And then I would say, what was more impressive just watching the game, like tactically and the sixes, for both teams, they were, all over the field. Especially PSG, their recovery rate of tracking back and defending, as soon as they lost the ball, it was like crazy. Like high standard.
Same the opposite way, though. When they won the ball, they were flying.
Dude, they had so many chances in extra time. Like all those shots going. As soon as it went to extra time, we were cooked. I don't know how you win the come top of the fucking Champions League and get them in the round of 16, by the way. Aston Villa's having a cup of coffee against Club Brugge. Arsenal winning 7-1. Yeah. We got fucking PSG in the round of 16 after coming first. Give me a fucking break, dude.
Wait. Hold on. That's like City. Every single year they would hit either PSG or fucking Real Madrid. Always in the quarterfinals or semifinals. Yeah. Always. They never had a free run. Like it was, yeah. So hey, now it's gonna go to Liverpool's. Liverpool's turn.
How hard is it, knowing you guys have done this? How hard is it gonna be for those Liverpool lads to turn around and be ready for that final on Sunday at Wembley?
I mean, I'm sure they got. Yeah.
Trent's injured. Trent's out. Konate got injured. Like we're on our last legs going into Wembley here with trying to win a double, it would appear.
Yeah, I think it's got to come from the gut. They had that big sour taste in their mouth now, and they just got to go flying and smash some shit this weekend.
Van Dijk's such a good leader, though, man. I think he'll have the guys ready to go.
Yeah, you actually want to know a funny story about that?
Oh, here we go.
No. This is true. So we're playing Southampton away, and it was like
years ago.
Yeah. So when he made that transfer from, I believe, Celtic. Yeah. And I remember we were looking over like tactics wise, and Yoshida was the other center half.
Yeah.
So it was him and Van Dijk, and our tactics were to play off of Van Dijk.
Really?
Because he likes to dribble in, he takes up space. So if he loses it, can we capitalize on the exposed space behind him? And we we played off of his side. I mean, you just think of like because he was so smooth and just such a good player.
Glide.
But he kind of just would roam up, and I don't think he had the structure in the team around him then. But that was our tactics.
Then they had remember they had that Portuguese center back too. What was his name? Font?
Yes, fun. Yep.
Dude, think about how good that Southampton team was. Mane was on that team.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were producing
Dude,
players
they
Prowse,
every year.
him. They had a really good midfield.
who used to
Shit.
bang goals in for them up top?
Who used to?
Yeah, number 10.
Adam Milana.
Dude, he was so good. You want to talk about smooth? That guy could fucking.
Yeah.
The way that guy turned the ball. He scored that. Remember that one goal he scored? It was at like, it was close to the start of Klopp's time. He hit that fucking one hopper against Norwich in injury time to win like 5-4.
I
That
think
game
I,
was
I
fucking.
remember it was like his first like he like earned his starting
Oh
position.
yeah. Dude, when Klopp was first with us, we were just, it was fucking chaos. Every game was like 4-3, 5-4. Mignolet fucking batting the ball or Karius fucking having a melter. I could skirtle and the boys at the just, oh man.
That guy was
Wow.
Rogers playing.
That guy was a fucking machine.
Oh yeah, but Rogers playing 3 at the back was so diabolical.
Yeah.
But that's how we had to play because we had so many good players. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing else you could do. We couldn't defend anyways.
Hey, I've never seen a coach go from he was at where did he come from? To
Celtic, no?
Liverpool. Was he
Before
at Southampton?
Liverpool?
No,
Who did he-
Celtic.
no,
No, he went to
Swansea.
Celtic
He was at
after.
Swansea
He was
first,
at
right?
Swansea, yeah.
And then he comes in year after like managing Liverpool, comes in the preseason with a perfect smile.
Yeah, they had that fucking documentary too. They were putting out. He was giving Sterling shit. He's like, Sterling was like our only fucking goal scorer at the time. Sterling was playing up top as like a false 9, dude. We're trying to win games 1-0 after everybody left, after Suarez and everybody was gone. That's all we had.
Drop off. Torres, Suarez, Sterling, striker.
Suarez still fucking doing it. I mean, that ball he played on Saturday. That Inter Miami team. I mean, two red cards from 2 different goalies in 3 games, and they find a way to win 1-0.
That goal you're talking about was sick.
Dude.
I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name, but laid it off, continued his run.
I wrote that guy's stats down because so Suarez 6 games, 4 assists, 3 goals, and then that other guy, where is it? That other guy's out of his mind too, man.
He's got 5 goals.
4 straight games with a goal.
Allende?
Tadeo Allende?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean,
That
to
was
sit in and be able to hold on and win 1-0 that game. I mean, Jesus. And then
he does it, man. He draws attention. He's a sharpshooter.
They're traveling they're supposed to go to Jamaica now. They're saying Messi is going. That was reported last night. I don't know if that's true or not because a lot of the reports, who knows, but
I wouldn't have met that, but that'll be interesting.
How many? They're saying 35,000 at that stadium, sold out.
Is it the national team stadium?
It must be, right?
Yeah. With a big statue in front of Bob Marley. Sick.
Is it? Dude,
smells like Bob Marley as well.
How tough is it going?
The entire game you're just getting
the whole warm up. You're like, wait a sec.
How hard is it with the national team when you guys used to go to like Jamaica, Costa Rica, all those places? How tough is those fucking stadiums, dude?
Oh, dude, one of the craziest ones, we played Honduras away. It was like the game was supposed to be Wednesday night. They changed it. They put it to Wednesday afternoon. They made it a national holiday. So like no one worked that day. And it was just like, dude, it was a cow pasture. The grass was about 6-7 inches long. They tried to slow us down. I mean, it was like 100 degrees. And yeah, they do everything they possibly can to just fuck you up. Whether it's like,
all night,
it wasn't even FIFA regulation.
Outside the hotel,
all your
fireworks.
Yeah.
Those refs are the worst too. The refs, I mean, I got into it with that guy at fucking TSD. They said that guy was the best MLS ref they had. The fuck? That guy was terrible.
Oh, don't even get me started on some of that shit.
Dude, the CONCACAF refs are something else, dude. They're so
Jeff
bad.
Love the ref.
I would say this. There's one thing that I would say. There's like this over in Europe, and I would say you can like have a go. I'd be like, hey, any fucking chance? Like, give me a call.
Talk shit, yeah.
And the ref would be like, hey, like settle down for like, or you just fucking threw a elbow. and he would be like kind of he'd give it back to you, like, but there would be a respect thing. The MLS refs, CONCAFA refs, like whatever, like they have like this aura, like, hey, they're
It's their
they're
show.
above
They're
you, and they
untouchable.
want to show their authority, and they're
Yeah.
like, what did you say? What? And, like, they're like kind of threatening to you, like, and I'm like, okay, first of all, like, just have a little bit of interaction. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, they're fucking diabolical.
Dude. Did you speaking of that, this is a topic going around right now. What teams do you guys think the US national team could beat in the domestic leagues? If you had to guess, where would you draw the line in all the domestic leagues where it's US?
Oh, wait, was
Depends
this
on
the
which country.
This was the Alexi Lawless special,
Oh,
right?
buddy. What about who's? I don't know who the other guy is on the show with him. He just said, "You agree, right?" The guy's like, "Yeah, I'd say that's pretty correct."
Yeah, I think it's absolutely fucking diabolical. That right there. That's
That was,
That's vomit coming
that
out.
was all time. The way the clip was going, they were just scrolling on all the fucking leagues too, and you just get to like 3 or 4, and he's like, "Stop." I'd say about there.
Greg, what do you
I
have
don't
to
agree.
say?
I don't agree.
I don't
You
agree.
take the best players from every country and you put them together, and one country is supposed to beat them. It's
Yeah.
I
It's just an absurd conversation. It's like the football conversation when it's like, if Alabama went to the NFL, which teams do you think? It's like it's
yeah.
just not. It's just not a real thing. When is the
No.
Nations League soon? I saw they announced the roster.
I don't. That whole thing, the schedule is just.
Check.
I don't understand it.
Dude.
I don't. There's Nations League. Then they've already qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah.
So
March 20th, so that's next week.
yeah, I think it's good though. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you my silent assassin. Get this guy fit. He gets back in the mix again. I don't think there's a defender really like him, and he's my boy. But Matt Miazga,
Yeah.
I think he has a really good chance. Me personally, if he gets fit and gets going,
Yeah.
I think he could make a run for it towards the maybe next year, getting his foot in the door once he gets his rhythm going, because he's got the experience. He's played at a high level. He's got that kind of hard, rough mentality,
Oh,
and
he's
he's a good
long.
organizer. I think he could be that, like, that dark horse that kind of just maybe making the team at the end.
I would love to see Gio Reyna get going, man. I would love to see him
Oh,
play well. I mean, he's back at Dortmund, not playing much. Pochettino said he's taking him because he knows how talented he is. I like Pochettino, man. I think he got the short end of it at Chelsea, and he was good at. I mean, who the else is taking fucking Spurs to a Champions League final, man?
I agree.
Like he's
I
a
think he's a
of
fantastic
of the
manager.
option to go from fucking Berhalter to Poch is a massive step up. Nah, it's
Yeah.
Huge.
not even the same fucking conversation, dude.
No.
I like him as well. I'm a little upset about Brendan Aronson though. I am a big fan of him.
He's not in the
The
squad.
energy he brings, no.
Really?
Energy he brings, and he's just exciting. He's like a little bee. Just let him go, and he's always buzzing around, creating problems.
I got a question for you.
Here we go.
I saw a thing the other day. Luciano Acosta, right?
Yeah, what is that?
He's applying for citizenship, as in to possibly represent the national team.
Did he never play for Argentina, or are you allowed to now?
I don't know, but here's my thing, right? Here's my take. I love Lucho. He's a fucking unbelievable player, right?
Yeah.
Like, fantastic, dude. He's got an ability that a lot of players don't have. But I would say this: you're from Argentina. You're like born bred, like you're Argentina, right? And when they win the World Cup, you're going down there. You fly down. You go to the World Cup. You're celebrating them when they win the World Cup on the pitch with the team.
Yeah.
Now you're going to apply and you're going to try and play for the national team. I'm not having it. Like,
Yeah, I agree with you. I
I agree with that.
I don't.
I just think I go, hey, like I mean, shit, we don't really have a player like that,
Yeah.
right? But I also think we have players that just haven't been given the chance, or they're out there. They're out there. I don't know. It's a weird situation. Now, if his family was, his father or mother or, you know, working for the military,
Yep.
they're somewhere else, and then yeah, he's an American. But at the end of the day, you know, if he was given the chance to play for Argentina, would he play for Argentina
Yeah, that's
or US?
yeah.
Fuck yeah, he would play for
Oh
Argentina,
yeah, yeah.
right?
See, I don't know
Same
how
thing.
all that stuff works. I don't understand. Like some guys switch now, and I thought once you were, because I thought they used to cap guys when they were young, so if they were locked in forever. I thought
I think
once.
you're allowed a
It
one-time
used
switch
Oh,
as
you're
long as
allowed
it's
to
not a
switch
FIFA
now,
sanctioned
and
event.
you only have to be in the country for 3 years now. Is that correct, or is it 5?
I think you just have to have a citizenship.
Oh, is that all it is?
I don't know
yeah.
what that entails.
Dude, that's
I mean,
interesting, man.
it's a one-time switch, but like you can play friendlies, you can do all that as long as it's not a FIFA like a qualifier
Yeah.
or like a tournament or something like that. Then they try to get you cap tie really as soon as they can, really.
Speaking
But
of FIFA, they're offering up $1 billion to the winner of the Club World Cup.
Wow.
That's Saudi
I like
money,
it.
right? Like, where the fuck did that come from?
yeah, exactly. Where does
$1
it come from?
billion to the winner?
1 billion.
Yeah, legit, dude. The fuck did that? And it just got announced. There was no rumors, was never talked about. All of a sudden, fucking Sky Sports puts out a clip. Whoever wins the Club World Cup this year, $1 billion to the winner. 1 billion?
Yeah. Can we
They want them to
fact check
take it a little
that? Is it
serious.
an actual
$1 billion? And then they're trying to make the fucking, I don't agree. The $1 billion, sure, whatever. If you got it offered up, if you can make that Club World Cup good, I'm all in. The 64 teams for the 2030 World Cup, I'm fucking out. No
No.
way, man.
You're diluting it.
Dude, and also like it used to be like from Canada, they didn't make 1986, they made the World Cup. Just made it back to the last one, man. Like teams take a lot of pride in making the World Cup. You
Yeah.
put that thing to 64. You know how many
But what do you-
stinkers there's going to be in the first fucking round, dude? It's going to be shite. And then what we talked about it last week, you're just adding more fucking games for these guys, dude.
And it's more money for the
Yes.
federations, but they don't care about like so what? Now you add another fucking month to that shit.
Yes. So now you're talking the players. The players aren't even going to get a fucking week off anymore, dude.
No.
No. But that's when at least at some point players are gonna be like, "Fuck this,
Yeah.
we're done."
But if
And
they
they'll
keep,
they'll
like-
go on strike.
But like that's the thing now that with the billion for the Club World Cup winner, it's like these players are going to go out there, and then it's like, and then you'd want to talk about like how the fuck you're talking about money. How the fuck did Manchester United get to where they are? What the fuck happened?
What an incredible
Can't afford
interview that
lunch.
was.
Guy, props to Gary Neville, man. He fucking
Yeah.
He asked all
Made
the
it
hard
into him.
questions. He fucking went at him. He even offered
did-
up to fucking do things to raise money. Like Manchester United was so fucking. They're just so removed from reality with their owners, man. It's like you don't even try and talk to like Ferguson. Just fucking gave up the money he's getting every year to help him out. It's like how did we get here, man? It's one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest. Not right now,
Top
'cause they're
3 for
shit,
sure.
but they were the biggest club forever, man. Like when you grew up watching the Premier League, every team was chasing Manchester United.
Yeah, it was the top. It was like what? Man United, Arsenal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say Liverpool.
No, we were
but
shit. We weren't at the time. Like if we went into Old Trafford and won with fucking Danny Murphy, I would have been fucking jumping for joy, dude, for weeks, losing my mind. So it's like I don't get how I have like.
Well, I don't get how
I
they
have
say they're
5
going to go
Danny-
bankrupt
I have
by
5
Christmas.
I have 5 Danny Murphy tarps, by the way. He was my favorite player. That guy.
That's
That
amazing.
guy curled the ball in like nobody. But yeah, bankrupt.
And then announcing
much
a
by
new
Christmas.
stadium?
Yeah, and then the fucking $2.2 billion for a stadium. Who's paying for that? So that's owed to the
I would-
owners. The owners
the
are
clubs
paying?
do. Yeah, so the clubs do. There's
The
a whole-
Glazers?
like, they
They ain't
operate
paying
in
for
debt.
Shit.
There's a
Glazers
whole
ain't
thing
doing
of like
shit.
how do you operate in debt? A lot of Premier League teams operate in debt.
Yeah.
But their valuation of the club is so massive. So if they're playing off of that, but at the end of the day, man, like if they build a new stadium, when they build a new stadium, they infrastructure, they redo that, they'll have more money supposedly to spend on the club, and which provides more jobs and gives more value
Yeah.
to the club and what the evaluation is. So there's like that, the financial fair play. I know they have to sell players to bring anybody in. So I think it's definitely in turmoil, but they've known this.
Dude.
Like when I made my move over there,
Yeah.
like I don't know, fucking 15 years ago or so. Like that's it was known then that they were in debt and the shit was super
They
high,
made such
you
a
know?
mess of it too. Like, when was the last time Man U bought a good player? Bruno? Legitimately. Casemiro was good for a year. Haaland is young, but he looks shit. Anthony's shit. He's on loan. Sancho looked like shit. He's on loan. Like, those are 70 to 80 million pound buys, man. Those aren't like
Yeah.
$20 million fucking purchases.
Well, I don't think they have that pedigree to go out and be like, hey, I want to go get you. And they're like the top player. They're losing them to other clubs where if Ferguson was there,
Yeah.
he's going to get the Ronaldo. He's going to get the
We had a
nine.
core group of guys that stayed around for years and years and years. Now it's like every year there's 15 new players coming in.
I think it's going to be hard on Liverpool this offseason, man. Especially
You think?
if a couple guys leave, I think it's going to be harder to sell Liverpool to players with Arne Slot than it was with Jurgen Klopp, man. I do.
Well, Salah's gone, right?
I think Salah, Van Dijk run it back one more. I think Trent's going to fucking Real Madrid. I do.
What a
I
what a
would,
fucking addition that would be for Madrid, huh?
I would hate to see him go, man. He's Scouser through and through. Like, he's so good. Everyone gets on him about his defense. I don't give a fuck, man. You see that guy
He's
swing a ball in, dude. The game changed when he got hurt yesterday.
yeah.
That was legit the turning point. And I love Kwanzaa, but he's not a right back. He almost scored fucking inside of the goddamn post. What
I think everybody almost
Just
scored.
watched it. It was like
Why?
a slow motion.
I know the linesmen are supposed to give it a minute, but why was that linesman letting the thing play for like 2 minutes?
Trent was going on a run forever, and then he called it back.
He raised his flag like 2 minutes later. It's like, I know you're supposed to wait, but it's like, what? How long are you supposed to wait?
Oh, did you see the new thing that they're going to be doing next year? I think for
No.
FIFA. So with VAR and offsides, that as long as you have a body part like connecting to each other,
Oh, here we go.
you're still on sides.
Oh, I like that.
Your top
So
half
like,
could be offsides, but your bottom half could be onside.
yeah, like there has to be daylight.
I like that.
So like,
Wow.
as in if your body and there's a small
Yeah.
gap,
You just
like
you need some consistency, man, because it's never is. Every
Yeah.
week it's something fucking different. It's like this week it's that, next week it's that. It's like nobody fucking knows. It depends. It's VAR, but there's still a VAR guy making that decision. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's so
Yeah.
hard to get everything right, and I think VAR is good for the game, but it's like you got to be consistent in everything you do, man.
It's good and bad though, because
Yeah.
now they're doing
Get
the
like
thing
5 minutes
they're
stop.
trying it out where the coach has it's like in football, right? You get to challenge it. You
Yeah.
get 2 challenges a
Legit.
game, like, and that's the negative part for me as a like
Oh yeah.
I want to just watch the game, let it be authentic, and now we're gonna have like the referees announce it. We're not fucking American football. I'm sorry, we're
No.
not.
Yeah.
So why are we trying to change it into this type of environment where okay now there's an offsides call, this player and this player, or the guy got a red card because he just fucking punched a dude in the face.
Yeah.
Like they can watch it, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's the
I
shit
like
part.
I like the clear and obvious. It should be clear and obvious, not every fucking ticky tack.
Yep.
Speaking of fucking clear and obvious, what do you think Raya's plan was on that free kick, just giving Bruno the whole fucking net? What was he doing?
I think he got lost.
He made that double save at the end to save them, which was unbelievable. That fucking far right, and they walked him back fucking 12 feet. That wall was fucking so far back with that thing, with that whole. It wasn't even half the net. It was 3/4 of the fucking net, man.
I don't know
I
if he
think
was
he
trying to
he
play
like
the
gave him
joke.
space to shoot, and then he thought he was going to slide back over to like fake him out, and he just didn't know where he was. He was kind of lost.
I mean, props to Bruno. I mean, you Manchester United, whatever you say. Bruno's an unbelievable player. Is he a captain? I mean, that's Roy Keane will debate that till the end of time. I don't
What an
know.
interview that was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think Bruno's a good player. I think captain maybe different story, but if you're Man U, who else are you gonna make the captain? Fucking
Yeah.
slabhead, Maguire? Like what are you what are you supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like the options are fucking grim. There's literally
Limited.
no one else that could be captain.
Yeah.
There's no one
I-
there's no other option.
No one plays consistently enough.
Yeah.
he fucking slapped it.
I love Maguire. Hey, Maguire
He's
fucking
got a fucking head though,
Maguire
doesn't
puts
he?
on that England tarp. He's different gravy. He turns into a fuck. Remember he broke the camera with that penalty in the Euros
Oh.
against Italy. That thing was fucking hammered, dude. Donnarumma. I mean, go back to that Donnarumma again. He just fucking
That-
owns England and fucking penalties, dude.
That's another great point that you brought up is, Maguire's better for England.
Yeah.
Or maybe he can show his style. Maybe it fits him better.
Yeah.
Right? In that system. What do you think another player you see,
He might have
like I
better
would
players
say,
around him.
Yeah.
like Pogba? Pogba's a completely different player when he was playing for France than Man United.
Yeah.
My personal opinion.
But
Is there
France-
any other player that you would be like, fuck? Yeah,
France-
they were unbelievable.
France played the same formation they played at Juventus, though. Remember how good Pogba was at Juventus? He was in that three in the middle. He could run wild. England,
Yeah.
I think if you're thinking about England, I love Harry Kane, but besides penalties, like what?
He's banging goals right now for Munich.
Oh yeah, he always does. He fucking
I
clubs.
know.
He's unbelievable. He gets on England, he fucking stands in the center circle. It's like, man, like I think there's a real conversation, especially with Tuchel taking over, which is a great hire. I think he's a good gaffer, great gaffer. I like Southgate. He did what he could. Did he get a fair shake? I don't know. It wasn't pretty, but he got them to finals. Never got over the hump. But if you're there's a real conversation, I think, about Oli Watkins starting up top, and you're talking about the next major tournament.
Yeah.
There is.
Because he can bring in the depth in
Yes.
behind. He can run. He can hold up the ball. I think one of their biggest challenges is because they have so many dynamic players that kind of are very similar, that
Yeah.
all kind of play underneath with Foden, Grealish. Like they have this flow in between. Sometimes you might just need a Harry Kane just to fucking hold the ball up
True.
where he doesn't need to stretch him because they're going to be running in the. Now the problem was for me, at least when I watched the Euros, was they all came to feet. There was no one fucking running in behind. They
Till
were
Cole
all trying to
Palmer.
play in the
Cole
pockets.
Palmer came on. That was the.
Well, that's why Palmer and
He was
Watkins came on and
unbelievable.
changed the game. They were direct.
Yeah.
I worry about Phil Foden, man. He had a bad tournament. Now he's had a bad year. I think you're talking about an England team that's looking a lot different that next tournament. A lot different.
I agree.
I want Man City sell Grealish. I'd take Grealish at Liverpool, to be honest. But Grealish has to be on the team where he's playing every fucking week. He can't keep doing what he's doing because he also. I think it's so hard to go from being on where he was with Villa, fucking number one leader of that team, loved by everybody. You go to Man City, get the big payday, probably had to do it for your life, whatever. But now you're playing, you're not starting. I think that's so hard to do, man. People don't realize how hard it is to go from being an every game player to getting subbed on once every couple weeks for half an hour and people expecting you to fucking show up.
It's hard to get a rhythm.
He had the 1 year, right? Where
First year.
Yeah,
It's the
where
first
he
year
was,
he was there.
kind of playing, he was getting a lot of minutes.
Yep.
And then the next year he was kind of like chopping and changing, you could say. And yeah, you're right. It is fucking hard because then you're always trying to pick up the rhythm. You're always trying to figure out, and now you're being subbed in. Hey, go fucking do something,
Yeah.
show your ability. And at those times when he's coming in, the teams are buckled down. They're fucking super defensive. But he has the ability, and you're right. He needs to get
He
fucking.
has
money.
that it factor, man. Like, especially for England, I think they need a guy like that. Like, I don't.
Where do you think he would like?
That's his thing. He's such a Villa legend. I don't think he'd go. Like, there's rivalries in England too, man. Like, where is an option for him to go? Unless you're
Hey,
going to like a.
what do you think? What do you think if he went to Arsenal?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, how sick would that be?
Oh yeah, I think at Liverpool too, man. I think he would fucking work for us. I'd
It'd be
like
fun
to
to watch him anywhere. Just
Yeah,
to
I'd
play.
like to see him.
He's exciting.
He plays on the wing. I'd like to see him fucking up top behind the striker.
In between those
Yes,
pockets.
I think he could live up there like where Jude plays for Real Madrid.
No,
Jude's a
he needs the
baller, man.
touchline at his
You
back.
think he's better as a winger?
Yeah, that's personal, but yeah, I
Well,
agree
him
with that.
coming into those pockets, but he could be kind of like that withdrawn striker, kind of just floating off of a target man.
On one side or the other.
I just
Yeah.
miss watching him play, man, because I go back and watch his Villa highlights, and he's absurd, man. He's so good.
But that first year at City, he's riding that confidence, that big payday,
Yeah.
and from Villa.
But I think more than any sport, soccer confidence is fucking
Huge.
Look at Darwin Nunez, dude. Like we go back to that. You want to talk about confidence? Nobody watching him take that penalty yesterday thought he was going to score.
It's that pressure.
Yes.
He's got to do something
Yes.
every time he comes on. He's a fucking
and,
superstar.
And then you miss, and instead of it's body language too. So you miss. Now we're down a goal, and he's fucking sitting there like this. It's like fucking stand up with your teammates, man.
Yeah.
Not about you.
I mean, shit, I missed a few pens in my day.
Yeah, but like squatting down like that, squatting down like that when you're down a goal isn't helping your team, man. And I know it sucks. I missed a fucking penalty in just a random tournament in fucking British Columbia, and I was shattered. But it's like, man, you still got to stand with the lads and fucking cheer the boys on.
All right, here's one. The best penalty you've ever
hold on.
seen.
I didn't miss. I probably only missed one penalty in my life. If we're being fair. If we're being fair.
Best penalty ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh, what about Sons for Tottenham this weekend?
Nah.
So I'm gonna say it's the best ever, but it was so casual. He just kind of went up and just sold him the wrong way.
Dude, the World Cup, Zidane fucking chips Buffon.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you play that, he fucking chips him, and he turns around like he already fucking knew he scored.
Dude.
And it hits the underneath the crossbar, and it like bounces over the line. He just fucking walks off.
Dude.
Like,
what about Dembele?
That tournament in general? He's wearing the gold cleats, the headbutt. There's a lot to take in.
The balls to chip Buffon, his old teammate, considered one of the best goalie in the world, and he fucking does that. He's got balls size of Texas there.
Dembele's yesterday was absurd. Just changing fucking run. What the and the first guy too, fucking Alice stuck in the mud, dude. He rolled that fucking thing. I hate those penalties, man. Just hit the fucking thing, dancing around. I fucking hate that shit, man.
There should be a rule, like just stop the fucking shit, just go run it, like change
for like
maybe
3 to 5 seconds, maybe. Not fucking like this for a fucking. He rolled that fucking thing. That was the slowest. That penalty felt like it took 20 minutes, dude.
But you know, it was so crazy. He saw him jump like a half a step, and he just like enough.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if he fucking saves it?
You look like an idiot.
That's the biggest fear. You talk about that penalty. That's the biggest fear if you're taking a penalty is if you're chipping that thing down the middle and it is fucking the cojones on you. And if you score, if that motherfucker doesn't move, you are the biggest asshole on earth.
Yeah. And people are screaming, just fucking shoot.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
I always, my whole career, man, I fucking same side every time, never fucking change. Left side, fucking head down, toe down, hit it as hard as you fucking can. Never.
Don't give it away, brother.
I mean, I'm my fucking.
Yeah, but so what happens if the goalie jumps that side? What are you gonna do?
Just fucking hit it too hard.
Too much power.
Never get it, brother. It's like Salah yesterday. Too much fucking.
Bubba, he's got the power in those legs, man. He's
fucking Trembolone sandwiches back then. We were fucking no drug testing in the fucking VISL soccer league.
Pat gave him his leg for the penalty.
The older you get, the better you were. You know how it goes.
What about Barcelona's second goal yesterday?
Yamal is absurd. Yamal scoring. You could argue the assist was even fucking better That Barca.
I'll argue the assist was a shank. He fucking hosel rocketed it. He tried to shoot that, and I will go to the
Oh,
grave
you
with that.
think? I was wondering
100%.
because when I saw it, I thought it
Go
got
watch it again.
deflected.
He
Oh,
hosel
yeah.
rocketed it. He tried to shoot it, and and then he acted like, hell yeah, what a pass. No.
That Barca team's good, man. Atletico dropped points on the weekend to Getafe. They're playing
Yep.
Real Madrid today. Real Madrid should go through. I think Lille. I think Dortmund goes through against Lille, and then I think Villa and Arsenal are pretty much through. I don't think Club Brugge is going to make a fucking comeback there.
No.
So who are you thinking? Who's your favorite now? Like if
Real.
you're
Real.
Madrid,
Yeah, you got to fucking beat them, man.
dude, they just have
It's
it. Like
different
it's
gravy in Champions League, man. It's just fucking different level. You had Mbappe, who's fucking really
he's starting
rounding
to
the
he's
form.
starting to fly now. You know,
Bellingham got suspended in every competition, which was bad, but also got him some rest. He's fresh legs. Barcelona's playing as good as anybody too, man. They got young talent, dude. They're so fucking good. Rafinha's playing unreal. Lewandowski's
He's got
still
10
up.
goals in the past 12.
Yeah, like Lewandowski's still banging goals in up top too, dude.
here's another one. Do you think Messi's come out a few times or
Yeah, maybe
made
going
comments
back.
that him wanting to like go back? He'll go back to Barca if they want him or whatever. Do you think he stays? And I know what he's doing here with the whole
Yeah,
organization and
that's
his
the
family's all like embedded in Inter
yeah.
Miami. So
That's the
I don't know.
thing.
Does he
That's the
stay?
thing, though, Jeff. He's brought so many guys there that
I know.
you leave, you fucking leave all your pals there that you told to come out there. Obviously, Machinero's the coach, Busquets, Alba,
Yeah.
all these young fucking kids from South America who are playing well over there. I think it's going to be a tough. I could see it. I don't know.
Does he go there on loan before the World Cup?
See, I would love to see that, like Becker
Like
did.
if he,
Yeah.
and I'm just saying because players like to do that if they're in MLS or whatever, they want to just
So
get
they're in the
prep.
winter break.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll manage his minutes, and then all of a sudden, just it helps him prep for the World Cup, and he's flying. Or does he just say, you know what, I can manage myself and whatever?
Yeah.
But I still think he has that, he still has his home there and everything like that. I know he's looking around this neck of the woods for a new home, but I still think like that's part of his, it's
Yeah.
special there,
It would be
right?
such a cool moment to see him go back. I do like the loan idea because I would hate to see him leave Inter Miami. I watch every fucking game now of Inter Miami, and I have been
So why don't
watching.
we do when you get down here,
I
we'll
will.
go to the game.
Yeah.
We'll do like a live like
Yeah, we can do a walk or something
analysis.
too.
We'll take over MLS Apple and their fucking
Yeah.
analysts.
What do you mean?
The best signing that they have is fucking Dax.
Yeah.
He's great. Dax, he's a fucking great guy. And
Oh, yeah.
I think it's more just because Dax will he'll call a spade,
Yeah.
like he's not, yeah, he sees the game. He's pretty good with that shit. But everybody else they walk that pro
But
MLS stuff. They
yeah.
can't say anything.
It's moving in the right direction, though. I do like where it's headed. I don't like the idea they were talking about changing how the schedule is. I think that's a bad idea. You should not move to the same schedule time as the other domestic leagues, like in EPL and stuff. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think you should do that. I think you should stay where you are. You got the sweet spot when there is no other soccer. You're playing at night during the summer. I think that's the perfect time for it, man. And I understand the international breaks and some of these tournaments, but I think if you go to that, I think your numbers go down. I don't think they go up if you go to the same timetable as EPL, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga. I don't think that's a good idea. I know they've talked about it.
I think that's a really good point that I didn't really think about.
Yes.
But I've heard that it's almost like a fucking done
A
deal.
done deal, right?
Fucking hate
But
that.
and
But what are they going to do? They're going to have breaks over winter?
They're
Because
gonna-
some of those
So, yeah,
places
They're
you
gonna
cannot
do
play.
exact
from
same
what I
as
heard,
the
it's going to
league.
be about 4 to 6 weeks in December, January time, and then the teams will go back and they'll probably do exactly what they kind of do in Germany and Scandinavia, like they
Exact
shut
thing.
down and They'll have that a couple weeks. They'll kick back up for like warm weather training, and then they'll go right back into it, which extends the season probably to the end of May,
Yeah.
not the first week of May.
I love the MLS in the summer, man. I really do. Especially if you're going to
it's a really good point because fucking let's just talk about New England Revolution having no one there for the first opening week because it's fucking Baltic.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not like a NFL game.
No.
They don't have that draw right now.
Speaking of the domestic leagues, you're going up against the NFL now too. Like I think you're in the sweet spot where you are, but we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll keep an eye on everything going on in the footy world. We appreciate you guys watching, listening, and we'll see you guys next week. Cheers.